Welcome to episode 6 of Meal Prep with Coach LJ. Today our theme is on the lighter side. The cost for this week was $75 and it only took 2 hours including cleanup time. Let's go over our meals for the week. We have meal 1, it's our protein shake with our green. Meal 2, a Cali avocado egg scrambler. Meal 3 is a buffalo chicken salad. Meal 4, which is really a snack, is our double chunk chocolate walnut cookie. Meal 5 is our protein shake, which is that recovery shake. And meal 6 is a creamy banana fat bomb. Okay, let's come over here and look at everything. Meal 1, some people talked about how they don't like shakes, so I have an Herbalife beverage here that you can just mix that drink together. It's peach mango. It's got 15 grams of protein, and it's just like a nice fruity little beverage. Okay, so that is an option. Remember that green again was shown last week on episode 5, and 1 scoop equals a whole cup of greens. Now I went with on the lighter side just because some of our female viewers said that some of the lunchtime meals kind of left them feeling a little heavy. So we're doing something lighter this week that doesn't sit so heavy on the stomach and is a little bit lighter. All right, so meal 2 is our Cali avocado. The recipe says egg sandwich. I did it as a scrambler just because I didn't want to fold the egg so much, and I guess I was a little lazy, but just didn't want to do that. So here's the meal right here, and so you can see where I scrambled the egg whites with the veggies and topped it with the avocado. This is a biscuit on the side that has 22 grams of carbs in it. And if it fits your macros, then that's perfectly fine to have that. If you're doing paleo, then I would suggest getting Julienne Bakery's paleo bread. That's the best paleo bread that I've found that still tastes really good. So you might want to look that up and order some of her bread. It's really, really good. If you're doing gluten-free, of course you would need to get a gluten-free mix. I think Pillsbury even has a gluten-free mix now, and you can fix your side. And if you don't like something bready, we'll try your steel cut oats or your oatmeal as your carb. All right, meal 3. That is, excuse me for 1 second, here we go. It is our buffalo chicken salad. And I did tweak it as well, so let's come over here and look at it. We have our spring mix lettuce with cucumber, celery, and we have our scallions on top with our chicken that we cooked in chili powder to give it that buffalo feel. Now, if you're doing paleo, you would not want to do this dressing because it is not paleo friendly. I would suggest still doing the salad, but a light oil and vinegar. If you're doing if it fits your macros, and this dressing is wonderful. It's blue cheese crumbles mixed with the yogurt. This is the one I've been using anytime something calls for yogurt on our show. And today I brought you the herbs I've been using. This is the brand. It's organic and very fresh. Instead of growing them myself or getting them fresh and then cutting it, I have found these taste just as fresh, and it saves a little bit of prep time. So you mix the yogurt with the blue cheese crumbles, mash those first, put in a little bit of buttermilk, and then your spice, and that's your dressing, and some lemon juice. That's your dressing. Of course, you want to portion it correctly throughout the week, okay? All right, then we have meal 4, which is our snack. Let me get that out of the oven. This is our double chocolate chunk walnut cookies. They are chunky. So the reason they're more chunky than a normal cookie, these actually are made with avocados and applesauce. And I do need to turn to that page. Forgive me, it's on page 300 something here. We'll zoom in on that so you can see a little bit better. All right, here's our recipe for that. So you are getting a green end with this snack because it does have avocado in there, and like I said, applesauce. It does have some fat in there, so you would need to adjust your macros in your previous meals for the day, which these have been adjusted for that, to make sure that you're accounting for that small amount of fat. But that's a good snack for you to have. And then we have meal 5 is your recovery protein shake, which we have talked about every episode now, so you should be familiar with that. And our last one is meal 6. is our creamy banana fat bomb. If you remember, I believe on episode 4, we did a blueberry fat bomb. That's in our keto recipe book, which is here. And here's the recipe. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the blueberry fat bomb was the first time I had tried it, not my favorite. Okay, the banana fat bomb though, I have tweaked it, so I didn't follow the recipe just to a T. Let me tell you how I tweaked it. I added in some cinnamon protein with it. So what I did was I thought about the protein pudding that you would have at night, and then I thought of the fat bombs, and I kind of put those two together. So it has a cinnamon protein pudding with a little bit of almond butter. Did not use as much cream cheese, only half what the recipe calls for. That cream cheese is basically just giving it that rich, creamy texture that it needs, but so is that almond butter. So throwing that almond butter in there still balances out your fat, but then we're getting our protein in with that cinnamon protein powder, and then I use banana extract to give it the banana flavoring. So these turned out very well. I'm very excited about these. One other thing that I skipped and want to show you guys is this King Arthur whole wheat flour. That was what was used in the cookies. So you do want to use a whole wheat flour instead of just your white flour. So keep that in mind. Of course, again, if you're doing gluten-free, you get gluten-free. And if you're paleo, you could do almond flour or even coconut flour and still do this. That's what's great about these recipes, is that you can still tweak them for however you need to. And if you need help tweaking things, here's my phone number. Please feel free to call or text me or even email me and ask me questions if you're not sure how to change things out to fit your nutritional needs. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing what we had on the lighter side of things for episode 6, and we'll see you back again, of course, next week for episode 7.